Cancer, born June 21st to July 22nd, what can you expect for the month of October 2019? Let's tune in and find out. So I just feel so uplifted, Cancers. I feel like this is a great month. There's a lot of opportunity for you, a lot of heart energy, especially around love. Some of you may fall in love. Some of you may get a significant other this month. So very much a lot of heart energy and love energy for you in October. Wow, so nice. Well, talking about that, let's start with relationships. So those of you that are in a coupled romantic relationship already, let's see what October has in store for you. It's a good month, but you're going to have to be patient with each other. There may be some miscommunications just because of the energy that's coming in. We have a full moon in Aries, October 13th. So that might be, extra time where you want to be really kind of cautious of how you say things or bringing up unnecessary conversations, right? Save the heavy conversations for either earlier in the month, right? Or more, or just be careful when you do have them, because the whole month is a little bit loaded. We have a new moon in Scorpio, October 27th, which can also be a little intense. And then Mercury goes retrograde October 31st to November 20th, which always wreaks a little bit of havoc in communication. So anything you need to say, it's good to share it, but just watch the energy and the way in which you say it. Just be cautious with your words, that's all. But otherwise, it feels like it's a really great month. Let's see in particular if there's any days that stand out for you that are positive. Yeah, the end of the month, October 31st, November 1st feels really good. And then that November 7th and 8th feels really, really positive and open-hearted as well. Those are my two favorites of the month for you guys. And that really just feels like they're romance and opportunity. And that's right before we get into that full moon, which is October 13th. And then right before that, it starts to feel a little bit like intense or heavy. So you want to just be careful around that time in terms of hurting one another's feelings, or, just being a little more sensitive to things that are being said. And then likewise with yourself, not being so sensitive and realizing, oh, I'm being extra sensitive this month, and just chalk it up to that and don't make it mean anything. Okay, let's look at romance. For those of you who are interested in romance, let's see what's in store for you, Cancers. So right away, I feel like there's a big opportunity, a big energy of kind of like being loved. I feel like it's just being clear with yourself that that's what you want, and feeling safe with that's what you're wanting, and not being afraid to say that's what you want. So it's being willing to hang out there, go out on a limb, and being able to say, yeah, I'm open to that. Yeah, that feels good to me, and acknowledging that. And I know that some of you Cancers, you're tenderhearted, and it's risky putting your heart out there. But with this full moon in Aries, you're going to be feeling good, and you're going to feel self-confident. So you're going to feel much more capable of being able to express, hey, I'm into you. Are you into me or not? Right? And I feel like if they say no, then I feel like it's fine, because you have enough energy to move on to the next one, right? To let that go and go, okay. So this is a month where you're not going to get crushed in love. If it doesn't work out, you're going to be up and at 'em and out again. So I would just say go for it, because if it blows up in your face, the energy this month just keeps renewing you. So you'll feel great to keep going until you end up with that right one. So I wouldn't let anything stop you, any fear or anything like that. But there's absolutely romance here all month for you if you want it. Your job is just to be a little picky and not to give yourself away, right? Don't give yourself away. And then it feels like everything will rise up to meet you. All right, let's look at money and career for you Cancers. Money feels like it's been a little short, or you've been feeling a little anxious about money, like you don't have enough or would like to have more. This month, it feels like it gets righted a little bit. In other words, it feels like you get a little bit better handle on your expenses and a little bit greater understanding of money coming in. I do feel like there's more money coming in. I feel like you can be a little bit more relaxed about it, but I still want to be careful with it. And it's almost like you have a foot on the gas and a foot on the pedal at the same time. It's like, wait, do I have it? Do I don't? Do I have it? Do I don't? So if you can relax around it, I think the universe is going to gift you some new money coming in with that full moon in Aries, October 13th. There might be some new money coming in around that time. Let's look at your career and see if anything special is happening in your career this month or what you need to be aware of. So timing is really important. You want to stay on top of things. You want to stay on top of the timing. Don't give away all your responsibility to somebody else. In other words, don't depend on somebody else to do something that's really important that you think needs to be done. So you need to be aware if there's something in your business, don't hand it off to somebody else. If there's a key thing, do it yourself, and then it will get done. If it's, if you're an employee and you give or delegate something that's important to another employee, make sure that you're participating in that, because it could create where that other employee drops the ball and becomes a he said, she said, and you're both in trouble. So just be aware that there's kind of like these important things that can fall out. So if they're really important, do them yourself, right? Don't because of all this energy that's happening, and there is also like this whole kind of like party energy too, that it's easy to have things slip and fall through the cracks. So if there's something super important, do it yourself. You also have an opportunity to be noticed by others and to really be to be picked out and put up into a higher opportunity or a better opportunity. You may be asked to do or become part of an elite situation or an elite party or opportunity to step in with some special role. So there's this extra energy coming in of abundance, and it ups your value. It ups your worth. You can say no and it won't go against you. But if you say yes, it feels like there's rewards with it. There's opportunities with it. So I would say yes. As long as you can make it work with your time management, then I would say yes. Okay, let's look at your health for Cancers. So fingers are coming up, right? And fingers, our capacity to heal, our capacity to help, our capacity to reach for what we want. And so there's a lot of mobility and dexterity. So as long as you're moving and you're taking care of yourself, you should be fine. It's when we are careless and we're not paying attention, and especially ladies, if you have long nails, just be careful with long nails this month. You know how you can hit them and they can snap and right? So just be careful with the nails this month and with the fingers. And then let's look at surprises. Are there any surprises for Cancers for this month? Okay, so there's some of the things that you were worried about, Cancer, about for yourself, you're not going to have to worry about. So whatever your deepest worry was, like, oh, nobody will ever like me, I'll never have a boyfriend, or I'll never, I'm never going to get promoted, or I'm never going to be able to afford my own apartment. Whatever your fears are, let those fears go. You're going to have some surprises around those fears. Like whatever some of those fears are, something's going to be answered. There's some good thing that's going to happen for you this month that is such a surprise for you that you just thought it would never happen for you. So I'm really excited for you guys because it's a really happy energy. It's a positive energy, and it's like, oh, and it just feels like so sweet and so positive at the same time. So it feels very much like it's some sort of romantic love or a connection with the heart, and there's a surprise around that. So it could even be that just somebody that you haven't heard from in a long time reaches out and surprises you or comes visits you, which could be true because we have the Mercury retrograde October 31st to November 20th. So that always pulls people back into our life. So it could be something like that, or it could just be that somebody new in your life is just showing up and showering you with love and affection. But it definitely feels like romantic love, and it feels like a surprise, and it feels like it really touches you. So there's that. All right, you guys, have an amazing month. Thank you so much for viewing and liking and watching my intuitive astrology. sharing it with your friends. I appreciate it. If you like my intuitive astrology, please click like, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. Have a great month, everybody.